Hello, everybody. What's going on? What's up, PsyQ? Late stream today? Yeah. My sleep schedule's a little funny. So, but it's okay. So I have a new audio interface now. I'm gonna have to check the audio here. Because I haven't checked it with OBS yet. Let me go give a listen. But it's okay. So I have a new audio interface now. I'm gonna have to check the audio here. Because I haven't checked it with OBS yet. Seems fine. Let me know if there's any audio stuff I need to adjust, or if it's too loud or anything. It does look like it's maybe peaking just slightly. Let me make sure though. Yeah, just ever so slightly. Might have to lower that. What happened in the background? Yeah, we got, well, not upgraded, but refreshed. It's time for a new one. So yeah. Yeah, I'm -6. I mean, we should be okay. I think we're okay. But yeah, new background. There's new stuff going on back there, so pretty epic. Yeah. Yeah, sorry for the really late stream. I stayed up pretty late last night, and sleep schedule got a little funny. That's all. I think that's all that really needs to be said. So, but it's okay. We are gonna have to do a shorter stream today because of that. So, but it is what it is. All right. But yeah, we're gonna be working on stuff today. I want to get started finally on like the decorations and stuff for the new dungeon, and maybe get around also to adding in puzzle rooms. We'll see, because I need to create new rooms anyways. I figured maybe we could just bundle that in today, but I don't know. We might not have enough time for all that. I'll try to at least get started a little bit with that. So I have a picture of the old background in the background. That'd be crazy, man. Yeah, eventually I'm probably gonna make it so the background's like a 3D render in Blender. Just because that would be cool, I think. It'd be cool if I could like get it set up so like it's got the same camera perspective and stuff, like the same focal length, so it looks real. It'd be kind of sick. But yeah, we'll see. Alright, so I have been a little shader guy recently. I've been working on shaders a lot. I can, show you guys some shaders. So I got the fog thing working how I want, and you can see what that looks like in the Tephra dungeon. It's kind of like dust, like that. And then inside of the other dungeon, it's fog, like this. So, I think it's cool. It's kind of a minor thing, but it helps liven things up a little bit, a little more motion. I'll probably have an accessibility option to disable those. We already have one for the water overlay, so I'm probably just gonna have one big one that's like disable overlay effects or something. But yeah. We'll write that down though. So, we're gonna be working on Tephra, believe it or not. So yeah. Okay. So we have the regular room in here for Tephra right now. It's all fine and dandy, but it's a baby room. We need more rooms. And we also need to bring over some of the other special rooms, I think, right? Because, like, before we had all these ones, the chance room and the chest room and all of that stuff, so I think it'd be nice to bring those over. I think for the chance room, we go ahead and just do it. Have one just like this, basically. Challenge room. I think I want to do a different kind of challenge room. We could... I don't know if a fishing room would make much sense in the zone. So we'll probably hold off on that. And then the resource room. It also kind of doesn't make sense. So... we're gonna wait on those. Okay. So, I think we should be good to go. I think I made it so we can have different, if I go to the regions table, we can have different rooms for different levels. Yeah. So we should be okay on that. Yeah, I just use the same one for the lab zone, but it's nice to be able to choose a different one though, right? Especially if we need to do a different tile set for them and stuff. Okay. So I think we're gonna get started on some frickin' decorations. I've been meaning to do the decorations. Because, yeah, I need to. We're gonna see what we got in Miro. Oh, man. Whoa. Let's go. It's in a frame now. Thank you, Dylan. Barely see that one. Okay, that's all in there. There's the stuff. All right. There's a couple different decoration bits we can draw here. We'll have to figure out like how to get it looking right, but I'm sure we can figure something out. So, here's our sprite. What do we want to start with? I do like all the metal, shredded metal bits. So maybe we do that. There's also like a weed, which I think could be cool. That would just be like a little tiny guy, you know? And it'd be pretty basic sprite. Right, just something like that. Okay. Red flowers. I guess it's going more up instead of like that. Oh god. Okay. So it's really going more like... maybe this one's too far out. Be fine. Maybe one more over here or something. And then just a little bit of shading on some stuff. Yeah, we got new music and stuff in too. Yeah, recently we did sort of like a big refresh of a lot of things on the stream overlay stuff, so I figured it was just time to, you know. It's kind of terrible. What do I need to do to make this better? Yeah, let's restart. First off, I think I went too small. And the perspective was just wrong. So we should go like, here's the base. And the leaves will extend out from that. Sort of like that is better, I think. And these will just come up wherever. I think that'll be a little better. And let's go larger on the flowers. Maybe something like that. It's good enough. See, now we actually have like leaves here, so I think this will work better. Okay. Yeah. That's better. Yeah, the other one looks stupid and terrible, so. Alright, and then I just want to move this up a little bit so that we can outline. Cool. That is decoration number uno. Next one. So, let's do like... There's a trash can one, a camera. I think the skulls are kind of a cool aesthetic. I want these to be pretty, like, faded into the environment, if that makes sense. Like with the skull, I don't want it to be, like, sticking out too bad. I like the rat skull. And the perspective's kind of funky, so I'm just gonna do this. If that's okay, Dylan. What's up, Boshik? How's it going? What's going on? Welcome in. Let's see here. He's at a please. Thank you, thank you. Do that. So it's got like 2 segments. And this one goes into the fangs. And then underneath that, we have the lower segment. And I guess there's teeth here. You'll have to figure out how this is gonna look. But this will be black. So will this. And this will be black. And boom. Let's keep working on it. So this is gonna have some more thickness here. And let's get like some brown in here. I think the eye being kind of anti-aliased. That way. With Ollie and Delirium, must be my lucky day. Yeah. We're gonna use this color, I think, for the skull. And that one. So this will probably go like that. And I'll probably just kind of... Yeah, so this would actually just be like dark in the background. Yeah, it's tricky because I gotta like... We're working on it, it's okay. I think this eye up here is too small. Let's expand it. It's better. Nah, it's all good. I do kind of... I always draw things with funky perspectives like this because I think it just looks more interesting. Honestly. So I think it's fine. I just like how stuff like this looks. Because I think it's kind of boring when everything's just upright and stuff, you know? I just gotta like I think adding that little bit there kind of helps a little bit. I know technically it doesn't make sense perspective-wise, but I think it just helps look more like a real skull. And yeah, over here, this one would be actually behind here, so it'd be back there. Excuse me, excuse me. Okay, so I see. So this one would also have like a dark area here. I see, yes. I think that looks okay. Then we just outline it. And I'm purposely not adding very much outlining on the bottom, just so that it's very, like, faded into the environment, you know? So yeah. Nah, it's not a rock. It's supposed to be a skull. But I guess I could see how it might look like a rock. The other thing I was thinking of is what if we did, like... Probably won't like that, though. No, it looks terrible. But that's okay. It can be rock-like. It's pretty old, so yeah, I could see it. You know, it's basically a fossil at this point. I presume. Yeah, I think that'll work. That was 16 by 16, right? Yeah. And we can edit these or remove them if we feel like it looks weird, but, you know, we just gotta get something out. Alright. And I might also make it look like these are kind of embedded in sand, also. So I might do that. We'll see. But first we gotta draw. Okay, so that's a drill. I like the camera that's blown up on the ground. Let's just make a rectangle. Right? This is our camera. And then blast it apart. Ooh, yucky. There we go. It's just gonna have little bits all over. Like so. Now I gotta make it look like a camera. Okay. That's gonna be the lens. Sort of like that. Let's see, I guess that one would be darker. Whee! Okay. Then we're gonna have this guy on the side over here. Alright. Rock-like is a game genre about games that look like rock mock. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll make a rock lick one day. Okay. That's basically it. I guess the only other thing it would be green with a circuit board. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, outlining time. Yeah. Okay. There's the camera. And I feel like this should be like bop. Okay. What do we got next? That's gonna be a pretty big camera, but it's fine. Let's do like a big decoration. Like a big guy. Let's do 32. I'm kind of thinking of doing like a sand pile, maybe. Of like some trash and stuff in it, but it's like, you know, buried in the sand. Because it would make sense. So the player would be... I want it to be pretty big. I might even go bigger than this. Maybe go up to 48. Now I'm gonna have to fix all the stuff. Sand flies? Whoa. That's crazy. I didn't know sand could fly. Let's see. Sand. I'm sorry, Yoshi. Nah, I deserve that. So, what do sand piles look like? They got like two sides to them. Boom. But down near the bottom, I imagine we're going to want this kind of faded out into the color of the tile. Whatever that is. So let me go grab that. Let's just open up the tile set. Okay, sprites. Where is Tephra? Let's just sort by date. Okay, there they are. Alright, so this is the color of our tiles. Oh, it's this color. Okay. So let's just do that then, probably. So honestly, in that case, I'm probably just going to swap these colors out. That'll be a darker one, and we'll do that one. The sand here is kind of more red. Huge things happen in the Oshik Industries. Oh, yeah? Messing with Love and Lua. Interesting. Yeah. How's that going? You switching over to Love for the new engine, or just messing around, trying things out? Okay. Yeah, just messing with it. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I know a couple people that use... Or no, I'm thinking of Bevy, yeah. Want to do a game that Godot is too powerful for, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, I think those kinds of engines, like, because those are more like frameworks. So if you're trying to do something really simple, I think that could work well. Yeah. What's the idea? If you don't mind me asking. Or if you don't want to say it, feel free not to. Sometimes saying ideas can, like, kill motivation. So... Alright, this is gonna be like a little shard of metal sticking out in the sand. Send a screenshot, let's go. Yeah, do it up. No, that's not how this would look in real life. How would a chunk of metal in the sand look? We'll probably, like, be sort of separated. Maybe. That'll do. But this is gonna be a very basic sprite. We just, on the top, add a little bit of thickness. Boom. And we could add some, like, ridges, like it's sheet metal. But I don't know if that would look good or not. We could. We'd have to modify, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all. Oh yeah, it totally looks like sheet metal. Alright. Okay, let's check the screenshot out. Whoa. Am I allowed to show this on stream? Or would you rather keep it a secret? That looks crazy so far. Is that, like, done with a shader, or is that just the actual sprites of it? Okay, epic. Or yes, that you'd rather keep it secret, or yes, I can show it on stream. Oh, it's a font. Okay. Yeah, check it out, guys. This is pretty sick. No, that's cool. F. Yeah, like, font stuff like this is really cool. I know some people do this, like, with shaders. Oh, okay, it's the Dwarf Fortress font. That's awesome. F for folly. Okay. Oh, that's the name of the character? That's pretty awesome. Dig down game. So I presume it's like... What's that one game? It's the Mars digging game. What was that called? Oh, yeah. Super Mother Load. This game. Something kind of like this. Where you, like, keep digging down. The whole objective in this game is you've got to dig down to the core. But this is a fun game. Nice. Yeah, that'd be really cool in this art style, I think. Yeah, this should be pretty awesome. Oh, Folly's a species. Snark's the name. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, it's cool stuff. That'll be cool to see that. Keep working at it. How do you, like, render out the text like that? Like, are you, I don't know. How would you do that? Are you just typing it out? Like, you know, obviously procedurally, I hope. But... Or is there, like, a better way to do it that I just don't know about? You're drawing every character individually? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's probably how you'd have to do it. Yeah, it's cool, though. Keep it up. I'd love to check in on the progress every once in a while. Hey, Skelos, what's up? What's going on? Welcome in. We are currently drawing right now. I'm drawing some decorations for the Tephra dungeon because it's about time. Let's see, how do I want to do this drill? This one's going to be like a drill, right? Oh god, this looks terrible. The drill would be like that. So yeah, let's do that. And then make it kind of like buried this way. There we go. When I'll change it to draw a whole string for a row. Yeah. But no, it's fine. I mean, honestly, most computers are probably not really gonna have a major issue rendering that. I can't imagine that would be that bad. So. I guess the drill wouldn't be shiny. That'll be fine there. I kind of want some more color in here. Maybe. I think some, like, some wood bits or something, or like... I think what would be cool in this environment would be like some bricks. So... just meandering around the internet. Yeah, I feel that. Tried solo queuing some Marvel Rivals, and it was as bad as I thought it would be, yeah. I haven't played Marvel Rivals, but... man, if there's already this much controversy about layoffs and stuff, I figured, like, I'm not gonna waste my time. But... I don't know, looks kind of interesting. I've never been, like, crazy about hero shooters in the first place, though, so... you know, I've never... it's never really, like... piqued my interest that bad, you know. But maybe one day. Near infinite number of URLs and nothing to watch. Yeah. I feel that. Whenever I go on YouTube, it's just like, ugh. I gotta sort through so much stuff to find something that's worth my time. But I think what I've been doing in more recent years with that is just subscribe to cool people and just look at your subscriptions tab and don't even mess around with the homepage. Because the YouTube algorithm always tries to throw you like curveballs just so that you try new content. But a lot of the time it's just, I don't know, not really what you actually want to see, so. All the text in Undertale is destroyed and rendered every frame. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. Why would he do that? Yeah, like, I think sometimes we underestimate the power of modern hardware. Because, man, computers are freaking fast, guys. It's just we think that they're not because, you know, we're used to playing all these games with insane AAA graphics and stuff, but when you actually, like, you know, mess around, you realize, like, oh my god, this is, like, actually insane. I mean, the fact that Starground runs is a miracle. All the code I do in there is... there's a lot of bad things. I mean, Starground's okay. I do want to optimize Starground more eventually, but I think that's just going to be better, you know, if I wait a little bit on that. So. Alright, I think this is pretty much good. Actually, maybe I should add, like, a shadow behind here. Maybe just, like, another shard of something. I don't know if the guys on this planet would have wood. I feel like maybe not, but I don't know. We could add a little chunk of wood sticking out, you know? Just for some color. Like that, and then... Oh, wait. Okay. Oh. That's the issue with wood. This is just gonna look like, you could just do that. But maybe that's good. It kind of blends in. No, I don't like that at all. We can do something else in here. Maybe not wood. I feel like a lot of contract workers get counted in those layoff numbers. They might. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure the numbers aren't accurate. I don't really know what the numbers are, but yeah, I don't know. And I was already just not even planning on playing it anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference to me. Drawn a lot of wood framing in the building art I've done. Okay. Yeah, I mean, because I always felt like ceramic and wood, they've got to have some kind of like structural support, right? So I figured they'd probably have wood. I mean, ceramic is cool and all, but I feel like, you know, you can't just use ceramic for everything. I guess we could just have this wood be like dark. I mean, that'll do. I don't know how this would look if it's sticking out from the top. I think it'd be like that. Yeah, I just want to add little metal bits and stuff sticking out. Maybe there's like a weird kind of antenna type of thing over here. Who knows? Or it looks like it's kind of part of the drill. Not intentional, but it's cool. Alright. This'll do, this'll do. Let's be done with that one. Okay, so we got camera, sand pile, skull, flower. I don't know how many we have for the other dungeon. We'll see. I like the broken trash can. I think we could do that. So like bent and rusted and stuff. Our floors are hopefully not also ceramic. Yeah, they'll probably shatter. All right. Trash can. Circle. Here's how to draw a cylinder, guys. You have circle number 1. Okay. And then you have circle number 2. Okay. Hear me out. Darken one circle. Extend from the other circle. Holy crap, guys. It's a frickin' cylinder. But we're gonna make it look all messed up, so I'm gonna like grab chunks and like move it around, you know. I think that's too deformed. Let's go back. Let's go back. We'll do more minor deformities. Well, I like how it is in the drawing. I think I'll just grab this and kind of rotate it. Well, let's just draw it. I like the idea of it just being like... Right. Bent right here. And yeah, I guess that the trash can would have like ridges. Probably won't have too many. Maybe one here. And I feel like it needs to be more like that. We can have like some... And then around this, we're gonna do this. So a trash can. It's gonna be brightest on the bottom down here, right? Because that's where the light's hitting it. Makes sense. And also it's gonna have like a rim up here. I don't know, maybe this should go out a little bit more. I feel like it should. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. Let's do that, because I feel like it. I don't know how we want that to look inside. But yeah, imagine like with the sun casting down, it'd be like at an angle. I don't know how. Maybe like that. No, but then it looks like pillow shading, and I hate it. Okay, so if this was a trash can, then the top half would be darker, so we can just do that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, I think that's fine. Oh no, no. This can't be here. Okay, we're good. Crisis averted. Alright. Then it's all graffiti too. But I kind of want to make this trash can looking rusty. So maybe we can go through here and just... Right. Metal on this planet is not going to be all pristine. Technically, since there's no water, things wouldn't rust here. But... I don't care. Well, you just need oxygen for things to rust, so it still would. I mean, it would take a freaking long time, but... water definitely helps accelerate the process. But it looks cool when it's rusty, so who cares? Who cares what's real? It's a video game, it's not real. You just ask Bill Nye? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. So an X would be like... Just thinking how an X would be projected on the side of a trash can, right? So this would go like out, but then immediately start going up. I think like that. Yeah. Funding Starground, no! This game's not realistic enough, I'm refunding. I think it's just good keeping it green like that. Alright, that'll do for that one, I think. Should look cool, I hope. Okay. Let's save these, and I say we go ahead and see what they look like now. Tephra weed. I'll say Tephra... Probably say decoration. Oh, I don't. Weed. Skull. Skull. you know? It means like, it's like a drinking thing. Tephra, decoration, camera. Boom. Tephra, decoration, pile. I can't type! Okay, sorry, I'm just getting a little angry. Yeah. The pile... And... Tephra, decoration... Trash can. Do people say trash and garbage in other countries, or is that like an American thing? They say rubbish, right? Well, that's British. But I don't know. What do people call garbage? Do they say garbage? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna be spawning decorations down here. Breakable decoration right here. So yeah. I kind of feel like I need a better system for the decorations, just because it's kind of stupid doing it this way. But I don't know. Trash, rubbish, bin. Okay. But you don't say garbage, though, right? I guess I'll integrate it in here. It'll be fine. Fine, guys. Let's see. Which one will look like what we want? Yeah, a table for this would be kind of nice. Maybe we just swap it over in here. We won't, like, fully do it yet, but... Because it'd be cool if we can also choose what gets dropped and stuff here, right? Because this is a little stupid right now. But yeah. Hey Zen, what's up? Welcome in. How's it going? Okay, so type. Okay, so that's actually getting it from there. So type is in our loot table. What am I breaking? Probably about to break the decoration system in the game. So... Nah, not yet. I'm just thinking about how we want to do this. We already have all the different IDs in here that get grabbed. I just need like data tables because I need to see like what sprite should it be and what should the particle type be. Right. What should the offset be, whether it's glowing or not. And then down here I can tell it what to drop and stuff. Because also this is not inside of a loot table or whatever, which is kind of bad. Yeah. Because then you can't modify that with code or with like a mod. So we should probably move all this into just the loot table. I think we can have the other entry be what it drops. Or an array of what it drops or something. We can figure that out. Yeah. That'll probably work. Who am I working for? Myself. This is my game, yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking how we want to do this. Because it's tricky, because some of these, it's like it has a specific drop rate, right? Like this is 1 in 25 and stuff like that. And so, really, I guess the only way it would make sense if I had an ID for every single decoration that breaks. But that kind of sucks. I mean, this one's like a general drop thing that drops from any of them. Unless it's one of these. So I guess if it doesn't have like drop data, then it would just use one of these. So this would just be like decoration drop default or something like that, right? In the loot IDs. I mean, so what? If we add in more loot IDs, it's probably okay. Let's just go put it into a section so it's like organized. So we can say region, decorations, and then end region. And in there, I'm just going to put all of the decorations. So there's those. Comma right there. So now we can just say Starground, loot, decoration, drop, or something. Also, it doesn't make any sense for this. Why is it 1, 1, and 1, 2? Right? That really should just be based off of the ID of the dungeon. So we have Enceladus 1, Enceladus 0, and Enceladus 1. So let's look inside of our dungeon room script, because how's it getting the decorations, right? I think we're doing it in a stupid way. Yep. So let's fix that. Ugh. Eyes. Okay. Okay, so we're actually not getting dungeon level, but that's not a big deal. Let's just say it's var dungeon region is a type of string. And then now, whenever we spawn those in here, we're just gonna say decoration.dungeon region is equal to dungeon region. Okay. So now here we're gonna say type is equal to mod API dot choose weighted loot, right? Starground. Let's do dot format. Starground loot. Region ID or dungeon region, whatever. And then dungeon level. So we're going to format region ID underscore dungeon level. I think that's just going to be the best way to do it. What do you mean array? Cannot be assigned to a variable of type string. Ooh. Oh, it's because I have to say that. Okay. Alright, so that's going to return the region underscore ID. And that's just going to be a better formatting for that. So if we go back into our thing for the speen. And honestly, you know what? Why not just let us define a decoration? Like, we're already doing it in here anyways. We have enemies, right? So let's just define decorations. And I'll call it Starground loot decorations. Right? Why not? Give people the power. Alright. Starground loot decorations. Enceladus 0. Welcome back, Oshik. What's going on? And that'll be Enceladus 1. And then down in Tephra, same situation. Decorations Tephra 0. Oh, it's not happy. Put a dot. Okay. So now back in here, we can fix this up. And we can probably do the same thing for like the obstacles and stuff, like the spike traps and stuff. Gonna try and sleep now. See you later. Sounds good, Saiku. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Have a good sleep. And then put this in here and sell it as 0. It's also cool because, like, if there's decorations that we add in some regions, we can have them show up in multiple different regions, right? Which is kind of nice. Because maybe there's some from the first region that we decide will go in here. So I'm going to say loot decorations default drop. Hey, what's up, Finn? Welcome in. How's it going? What is going on? I'm currently just setting up a better way to generate the decorations in the game because, you know, we added this new dungeon, and so I need to kind of convert things over for multiple dungeon regions. But not a big deal. Just a matter of changing a couple things. I got 0, 1. Okay, so we're gonna have to change that because now we're gonna have to know what region we're in and stuff. So I guess if we know the dungeon region, then let's just go ahead and say this. Mod API to get dungeon region from ID, and then dungeon region. Right? Because then we can see, like, okay, what's the level and stuff. Var loot. Just taking the day off after the COVID shot. Nice. Yeah, I probably need to get an updated COVID shot. It's been a little while since I've gotten my last one. I got the first one when they first came out in like 2021 or whatever. And then I'm pretty sure I had at least one more somewhere in there. But yeah, should probably get another one. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, I guess I could get another one. I'd say it's probably almost on the same level though as just getting like a flu shot now. Because although the variants, like there's a bunch more variants, they kind of get less dangerous. Is that name creator I see in the taskbar? It is, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I was messing around with some modding stuff a while ago. Oh boy. Yeah. Creator is interesting. Creator kind of sucks a little bit, but it does make it easier, I gotta say. Yeah. It's kind of fun though. Yeah, except flu's never nearly killed me. Yeah. No. I did actually end up getting COVID anyways, even though I got the vaccine. But it was extremely mild. It was basically just like a cold. So, it wasn't even as bad as the flu. I don't know, I probably should be better about like getting my flu shot and stuff, but I just... I don't even go outside enough. I'm never sick. I don't know, I go years now without getting sick. And I don't even mean just like seriously sick, like I just don't even get like colds and stuff. I don't know. So, I guess I'm fine. Sometimes I'll get like stomach aches and stuff, but that's like a different thing. I don't think that's like a virus. Got a lot better since I last used it. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've messed around with it. Hopefully it's better now. I don't know. I think I last messed with it like, God, probably like 4 or 5 years ago or something now, so... Yeah, I think if I had kept up to date on the vaccine, the COVID wouldn't have been so severe. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely helps. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I probably should get updated eventually. I mean, it's pretty easy too. They have them all over the place. Like at my grocery store, there's like you can get vaccinated there and stuff. Yeah. Should have just done it when I was at the doctor, like recently, but oh well. They didn't ask me about it or anything, so I just didn't do it. Okay, so this is gonna get the region ID. We need to get rooms, and then we need to get what the level is down here. This E. E. You guys know FNAF? Okay, so we're gonna access that at index rooms and then at dungeon level. So that's gonna return this string, which is gonna be which decoration we want. So then it's just a case of popping that in here. Type loot. And that's it. Safe. Yeah. Man, FNAF. I haven't played any of the new FNAF games. I've seen them and stuff, but I don't know. There's like that. There's a bunch now, isn't there? There's that new one that's like, I think it's like pixel art. We go look at that. FNAF games. Which one is that one? These aren't FNAF games. Gary's Mod is not a FNAF game. Let's look in here. Games. Yeah, Secret of the Mimic. I think that's the one. I think. Then there's Help Wanted 2. I never... Help Wanted 2. Oh yeah, that's the VR one. Then yeah, Security Breach. And then regular Help Wanted. Ultimate Custom Night was kind of like the last real one, in my opinion. But, you know. Once watched a 2-hour-long FNAF lore video just because I was bored. Oh my god, don't get me started. We watched, me and Ace watched a, an 8-hour-long FNAF video. To be fair, we watched it at 2x speed, so it was only 4 hours of watch time, but that was a pretty comprehensive video on all of the lore of FNAF, so... I feel like I need to watch that video again, though, you know? Like, there's just so much going on. I feel like I've already forgotten all of it. But I have a general concept of all the lore. Click Team Fusion's such a weird software. I had to buy it to try it out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've never really, Team Fusion. I've never heard of it anywhere else except for the fact that, you know, it was used for FNAF. Oh, it's like you can just buy it on Steam. It's so weird. $100. Yeah. Is there like... I wonder if they still make it, or if it's like... I don't know. They have games? Interesting. Software. Click Team Fusion free. Oh, 2.5 is kind of newer, but not that new. Definitely watch it on stream. I'm way too tired to watch an 8-hour lore video on stream, but... Oh, God. Maybe one day. Still being developed, it's... Yeah. Nah. It doesn't look very appealing to me. Looks kind of janky. I think a really important part of like an engine or software staying relevant and being useful is how many people use it. Because honestly, if you have this hyper specialized thing, like there's a lot of reasons why it's just not going to go very well. Like, first off, if you don't have very many people using it, you're not making that much money unless you're charging an insane amount. But then that just makes the problem even worse because then no one's going to use it because it's too expensive. So that's one issue. And then there's also just going to be no documentation or nobody's run into issues yet. So it's just going to be constant debugging of trying to figure out issues. But yeah, I think that's why it's always best to just stick to the top big players. Because there's a reason why they are the most used. No. Okay, we got an ad in 1 minute. Tutorials on Click Team Fusion, but they're literally from 2009 to 2012. Yeah. God. Yeah, it's crazy. Man. This is a stupid. You know what? Let me do a match statement here. Usually I don't do match statements, but I think in this case it makes sense. Just so I can get rid of all the, like, other garbage in here, you know. There still probably is a better way to do this, but... yeah, I mean, one option is to put this all into another data table. But I really don't want to clog the game up with way too many data tables. But if it's what we need, you know, it's fine, I guess. Unless I merge this into something like the buildings table, but they're not buildings, so I don't know. All right, ad is almost going. I can't stop it. Would you consider love a popular engine? I'll get into that right after the ad is over. Because I don't want... oh, you have turbo, so... yeah, I'll talk about that then. Yeah, I mean, I think love, like... it's not always necessarily about size, I suppose. I would just say it's about relevancy. Like, something back from, like, 2010 that nobody uses anymore, I think is dumb. Like, don't use that. But, like, love is still in development, and, like, I know people that use it and stuff. So, like, I would say that would be fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't really know, but I would presume that love is still, like, you know... okay, it's older than I thought. But, yeah. I think it's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Just whatever you enjoy using. And if it works for you, then who cares, right? It's kind of just my own personal rule, right? Like, I always am like, okay, I'm probably not gonna use GameMaker anymore and stuff like that. I know GameMaker isn't like an unknown engine, but man, I just had so many issues with it. But yeah, I'm probably like, I mean, honestly, I enjoy Godot, so I'm gonna probably be using Godot forever, but love wouldn't be a bad idea. Definitely now that, like, I've done open source, you know, with Godot and stuff, I don't think I'd ever use another engine that isn't open source, so. Get super specialized, yeah. Love for Lua, but for Rust, yeah. Man, I think it's fine. You know, if people are using them and they're updating and stuff, there's no issue. Yeah, I just wouldn't recommend something like Click Team Fusion, though. Like an old, outdated language and nobody's using it, I think is the recipe for disaster. So, yeah. Okay, so this is a little better. I still want to improve this or make it so you can mod in different decorations. I mean, decorations are a pretty common thing. It's probably okay. Technically, they could just be a building, but it doesn't make sense because they're not actually a building. It's fine. We'll work it out. So now on our loot table, let's get these other ones in here. I probably might as well use Macromedia Flash, yeah. God. Yeah, I've got no gripes at all against stuff like Bevy and Love and stuff. I think they're cool. And it just depends on what you want to do, right? Every engine has its own, you know, like pros and cons. Like, I think one thing that's nice about Love and Bevy is how lightweight they are, right? You don't have to, like, load up this big, massive editor with all this stuff going on. It's just like a framework, as far as I understand. So it just makes it easy, you know? All right, ads are over, everybody. Sorry about that. Do you have any resources like YouTube vids or articles about multiplayer in Godot? Yeah, man, I've been really wanting to do like a video about multiplayer in Godot because, you know, Starground's multiplayer, and I've learned a lot doing it. But I guess just to get you on the right track, what I would probably recommend doing, there's a bunch of different ways you can do multiplayer stuff in Godot, but Godot has its own multiplayer solution. There's these two nodes in Godot. One's called the synchronizer and one's called the spawner. And so you're going to want to use those two nodes. The spawner node, I mean, it describes right here, automatically replicates spawnable nodes from the authority to other multiplayer peers, right? Here, this will be your YouTube video. I'll give you a rundown of how multiplayer works in Godot. So, you have your host. So the good way to think about it always with multiplayer programming. Okay, so you want to do dedicated server, yeah. So you're going to have one entity here that is your server, right? And then everybody else, these are your clients, and they're going to be connecting to your server. I mean, that should be pretty obvious. But yeah, if you want to do server-side stuff, I probably wouldn't do the spawner and synchronizer nodes. Technically, you can still use those, but are you gonna be using Steam? Because one thing that is nice here, I use Godot Steam for Starground, and it works really well. They have a server branch, right, for dedicated servers and stuff if you want to have centralized servers. So I would take a look at that if you're planning on Steam. There's probably tutorials about that online. I haven't done like dedicated server stuff, but Godot Steam is very nice because it lets you integrate all the stuff, lobbies and achievements and all the avatars and everything, right? All the Steam stuff, and they have a dedicated server one here, so probably take a look at that. But yeah, I think multiplayer and synchronizer nodes are better for more peer-to-peer versus that, but yeah. And how slow Unity is. Yeah, that's one of the big reasons I swapped over to Godot, honestly. It's just because it was so slow. I feel like if I want to replace Unreal, I'd look at Godot, but if I want to learn something supplementary for stuff like jams, then Lover Game Maker or something. Yeah. No, I totally feel that. Yeah, I think Godot is a nice, like, multi-purpose engine, you know? I honestly, I feel like I can do everything in Godot. Like, I haven't ran into anything in Godot, because I had this issue all the time with Game Maker, where it's like, I wanted to add something, and then I realized, like, oh, it's actually kind of really hard to do this in Game Maker. It's like, you gotta jump through all these hoops and mess with things, and it's like, it's just a nightmare. But I've never run into that with Godot. Basically, anything I've ever wanted to do, I can do in Godot, which is pretty nice. Including multiplayer and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I could definitely see like Love or something, or maybe Game Maker for like a short little thing. I'll be honest, Game Maker's, it's quick. It's really easy to get a project set up and just start jumping into things, but I think for a larger project where you're trying to do more complicated things, like a level editor and all that business, it's not really the play, in my opinion. people will probably disagree with me, and that's fine. It's just whatever you enjoy using. So, yeah. Oh, you found a playlist? Nice. Yeah, this is just dedicated multiplayer. Nice. Yeah, I'd definitely take a look at this. I know there is a lot of videos on this stuff. Keep in mind, though, that this is from 4 years ago, so if you are having issues... Oh, yeah, I've seen some of these videos before, actually, with the authentication stuff. I was looking into this initially with Starground. But yeah, keep in mind that 4 is going to be an older version of Godot, so there might be things that you need to change, like old syntax and stuff, but everything should be relatively the same. I think he's doing it through non-Steam servers, though. Honestly, I would probably highly recommend taking advantage of Steam if you're going to do it anyways. Of course, if you aren't doing Steam stuff, then, you know, that's fine. But, man, Steam makes it easy, though, guys. Let me tell you. I know some people hate on the Steam cut, but it's really not that insane for what Steam offers you. So... in my opinion. I really got no gripes with Steam. Guess my only gripe would be like all the AI slop. I mean, I know that they're working toward dealing with stuff like that. They've... I know they're making new changes to the algorithms and stuff to not push AI stuff as hard. And also they require the statement on the Steam page if you use AI. So, I mean, that's all good stuff. Just hopefully they keep going. They don't just stop, because it's still an issue. Give you a random name. Yeah, Heinrich. That works. Do you mean a name as in like a name of a game or a name of a person? Let's see, pots. I guess that one could be glass. The camera. Trash can. We're gonna have to change some of these around, I'm sure. We could do ceramic for these ones for now. Yeah, I'm sure we'll change that around. All right, so some of the other things that we're doing in here is setting this position offset. That's mainly for plants and stuff that need to be centered around the bottom. So like, yeah, for the plant, we'll do that. For the weed. The skull, no. Not for the camera, not for the pile, not for the trash can. Because those will all just be centered. Yeah. All right, so we'll try that out. Hopefully it'll just work. And then what we're going to do down here is if it's none of these things, then I'm just going to say, right, drop the default stuff. Because we were creating that inside of the loot table, like the default drop table. So, right, that's going to have all this. Okay, so for a person. Okay. Heinrich is a pretty cool name. What about Garmoid? Only real gamers know what that means. That would be awesome if Garmoid could live on. Okay, so this is like 1 in 25 stuff. One issue with this is that it will run this check on everything. So there's a chance that it's a harder corn of cheese or meat or pumpkin. I mean, I guess it's fine if it's just one of these that drops. Yeah, Garmoid. What do you think about that name? Heart, coin, cheese, meat, pumpkin. Thank you, thank you. I came up with it for Terraria. Okay. So yeah, basically we'll just check. Like some of these are going to be more common. Like I'm going to make the coin 10 instead of 20. Or no, larger values more common. Whoopsies. So most of the time it'll drop a coin. Then more rarely a heart and cheese and meat and pumpkin and stuff. Well, I might go a little lower for those ones. But sometimes I do feel like there's too many hearts that get dropped. Alright. Let's delete all that. So, Starground loot default drop. If we go back into here, then we're just going to say this. Var loot is mod API.get. Choose weighted loot. Default drop at index 1. And we're just going to create loot. All right. Now we get rid of all this. So now you have the ability to change the default loot drops, which is good, or add things in here. Next, I would like to swap all this stuff over to be loot tables also, just, you know, so that it's kind of standardized. So maybe we'll try that. Just notice the chair on the bottom left. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. You can spin it if you want. It's like 100 points. Yeah. Garmoid is smooth. Heinrich is harsh. Snark is sharp. I totally agree. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I finally, it used to just be an image plastered on the screen, but I finally got it integrated into the overlay. So it's like physically in the world, right? This is the scene. So you can see it in here. It's just vibing right here. I took pictures of my own chair. This is my chair, right? You can see it's my chair. So I took pictures of my own chair and then put it onto the texturing for this one. So it is my chair. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. Share cameo, yeah. Anyways. So yeah, the only last thing here would just be breaking up these different loot things. I mean, it makes sense. Everything probably should have a different loot table just so that you can modify and add. Otherwise, what's the point of loot tables? If you can't actually access them. So yeah. And I guess there's also just a decent chance that nothing drops, which I kind of forgot about. So I think I need to double check this or add, you know, another one in here, like 50. That's just empty. I'll just make that an empty string, so it's nothing. Give me 3 sets of 3 random numbers. Okay, there's one set. I'll give you a new one. Does it have to be 2 digits? I presume. I don't actually know. Oh, 3 digits. Okay, here's a new... Here you go. Here's one set. Oh, Sheik's got that one there. Yep. Here's another set. I can type them out if you want. It's for a random number for an asset in my game? Oh, yeah. Okay. Here, I'll just paste them in here so you can copy them if you want. All right. So 1 in 25 chance for each of those. Yeah, it's tricky converting these systems over, because before it was like 1 in 25, but then you add up that percentage of a drop for each thing, right? So like times 5. Say, Kyrover, thank you for the follow. So it was like a 20% chance to drop something. So with this new system, you have 50 plus 8 plus 25 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Whoops. 8 times 4 plus 25 plus 50. So 107. So then that means there's a 50% chance for it to drop nothing. And then otherwise it'll mostly be coins. I think that feels right. We'll have to go in here and mess around. It's easy with this stuff, with like the moongrass, because it's just a 1 in 10. So we set empty to 10 and then the actual drop to 1. So those are kind of easy, right? So I'll move those in. I might also change these away from just names into IDs, because it probably would be better. So we can say Starground decoration crate, just in case that we move these over sometime, right? To a data table. I don't have to redo all the code because it's already an ID. And then this is plant 1, which technically should be Enceladus plant, but whatever. Oops. I'm just gonna copy Starground decoration underscore. Plant 2. Pots. Poisson. Barrel. Moongrass. Poisson. Lumen orchid. Moon shrub. Forgot that was a thing. Big crate. Crate. Test tubes. And this will be Starground decoration weed. Skull. Camera. Pile. Trash can. Now I don't know why it's oh. Let's hide that for a minute. So now we can just grab the ID, right? And this is just gonna be way better. These numbers are not random. No, they're not. But yeah, they're random enough. So now we say Starground loot. How are we gonna do this? Because I need to dynamically grab these loot tables. Guess I could say Starground loot underscore Starground. No, that's stupid. It doesn't matter. We'll just say Starground decoration weed. And then that's going to have a list of the things that it drops. So, Starground decoration. And then that way we can have like a default drop. So if something doesn't drop... Thank you for the spin. There's a couple in here like this one that we're going to have to do specifically. But most of the time, right, for Moongrass, this is saying 10 chance for it to be empty. Thank you for the cheese time. Let's go. So this will drop 1 Moongrass, right? We got Moongrass, Lumen Orchid, Orchid, and that drops a carrot. but only a 1 in 100 chance. So we set the weighted thing to 100 for the empty. Favorite cheese? It's really, honestly, a difficult question because there's so many good cheeses out in the world. But I'd probably say cheddar is probably like near the top for me. I think cheddar is just a classic cheese. It goes well in a lot of things, you know? That's the correct answer. Okay, good. Yeah, cheddar goes hard. But I like a lot of cheeses. I mean, I do like a nice exotic cheese every once in a while. You know, a hard cheese. I mean, I think I'm more impartial to soft cheeses. I really like mozzarella and stuff like that, right? So yeah. Let's see, that's a 1 in 20. Alright, so this is gonna be better. So now we can just, with the ID of the decoration, we just grab the loot that it drops in here. Okay, cheesy never that is the other day, yeah. You've never had horseradish sharp cheddar? I've had it before, it's pretty good. Yeah. I've tried a lot of cheeses in my life. And I love them all. There's a couple cheeses that I don't like so much. There's this one that we got recently. It was I think it was a type of Gouda or something. And it just had like a weird flavor. It was kind of plasticky. It just wasn't a yummy cheese flavor. So I didn't really enjoy that one. But I like most cheeses. Blue cheese, Parmesan. It's all good stuff. Yeah, delicious clears the nasal passages. I definitely agree. It's pretty good stuff. Caramelized onion jack, yeah. Yeah, that goes really hard too. Man, I want a burger. Okay, so those will be good there. Yeah, the only one we need to do in here now is just the poison one. So I'm just gonna say if type Starground decoration poison, then we do that. And now we're also gonna have to change them all in here, which isn't a big deal. So let's get rid of all of this. So I'm just gonna say if type so otherwise in here, so you choose weighted loot. Should be fine. Getting decorations. So that's going to choose weighted loot in here for the type. So I guess if type isn't something in here, we're going to have like a default. I wonder how I'm going to do that. Can I have a default case in a match statement? Gonna have to figure that out. I'm partial to Jarlsberg. I don't know if I've ever had Jarlsberg. Interesting. So it looks like Swiss. Jarlsberg versus Swiss. What's the difference? Jarlsberg, unlike Swiss cheese. Okay. Also known as Swiss cheese. Okay, so Jarlsberg is just like a brand name Swiss. Okay. Yeah, Swiss cheese goes pretty hard. You're saying it's just default? No, it doesn't work for this. Boar's Head cheeses go hard? Yeah. Man, yeah, cheese is yummy. Yeah, I don't think default works. Unless there just isn't one. But that would be crazy if there wasn't. Let's go to the match statement in here. Match. Okay. Change default to a single underscore. Oh. So that's the default case? Okay. So I guess that's how you do default. Yeah. Interesting. Like a Norwegian Swiss, I guess? Yeah. So Brunost. I've never had Brunost because I haven't lived. Ooh. That looks pretty good. I definitely love soft cheeses. It says it's firm, but it definitely looks like a soft cheese. Yeah. No, that looks really good. Mm. It's like sweet. That's interesting. I would love to try one of those. I bet there's you could probably buy it here. Let me check the shopping tab. Oh yeah, you can get it. Maybe I'll buy some because it looks pretty good. Okay, I'm glad that we can do a default thing here. So basically, if we haven't found a texture here, then we just say, let's just do like a default one. We'll just keep the crate as the default, I think. Also, shouldn't the crate have a wood? Oh, the default particle type is wood, so yeah, we're fine. Yeah, in a European place, it's sweet. It's great on stuff like raisin bread. Yeah, no, I bet. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. Then we got loot. So that's not going to be the default drop. That's just going to be whatever type is. Now, what happens if this ID doesn't exist? Right? What do we do in that case? I guess I just check ahead of time. I just say up here, if type and... say, I think for the follow. I love JavaScripts. If global dot loot table dot has our type ID, then we do this stuff, right? Oh, but I also have to check for the poison one, right? We'll just say this. If type is poison, elif, right? Type is valid, and we have a global, it's in the global loot table, and then we drop it. Otherwise, we just drop the default. Now, I need to do this where I check if it's empty, right? So I have to say, get the loot. If loot is not equal to that, then we drop it. Just so that we can have a chance of not dropping anything, so. All right, cool. And I want to move these over too, obviously, because I think it's stupid having this be like in a big match statement, but might do a data table for all the decorations eventually. All right, well, hopefully this will work now. If we go into the dungeons, it should do this stuff, but I don't know. Hopefully. Everything in here seems to be good. All the ones that we want dropping stuff like Moongrass, Lumen Orchid, Moon Shrub. I think that's all the special ones. And then otherwise everything will just drop the default. So let's go ahead and load it up and see what happens. So when we go to Tephra, it should start spawning in the new decorations we made. Actually, it's just gonna be a bunch of crates. Actually, everything is gonna be a bunch of crates. Okay. It's okay. I messed up a little bit. But it's a good way to check the default. Ooh, the defaults. So let's just do that. Do it on purpose. It's totally on purpose, guys. Just want to check the default stuff. Okay, so this is why we test. Oh yeah, I'm just stupid. It's okay. Okay, let's check this out. No! Okay. Come on, go, 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 go. Pretty sure I set one for every single, yeah, I did. Okay, let's see what happens. Alright. Okay, good. It's all crates. That's what I expected. And yeah, let's check the drops and stuff, right? Because that's sort of what I'm a little curious about. Because most of the time, the decoration should not drop anything. Right? Like, I want it to be kind of a rare chance thing. Kind of like how it is in the Binding of Isaac. I don't want people to be able to just easily burn through dungeons this way. So... I do feel like it's a little too common, probably. Especially just because, like, you find a room with a lot of decorations, you're going to get 1,000,000 hearts, and then... game gets kind of easy. So that one was poison. And you know, we got to keep in mind that this is multiplayer and stuff, so it's like we've got to remember there's probably multiple people in the dungeons. But that's the thing with multiplayer, is like I think it's best just to not change loot drops and stuff, because it's like the scarcity is the way that you balance it, right? Like, more people will do more damage to make the dungeons easier, but then you also have less hearts to go around and stuff. So I think that's the way to do it. It's almost there, I'd say. Just lower the drop rate probably a little bit. I say we go up from 50 to maybe 80. I just don't want it to be way too common. I want it to be like when you find a heart, it's like a nice little bonus. It's like, instead of it just being everywhere. It kind of devalues it if there's too many. It makes the game too easy. Alright, so... let's see what else. Done all that. And it looks like it is dropping the stuff, like it was dropping Moongrass, so we should be all good on this stuff. So now in here, we just need to change all the sprites for everything. And change these to the ID variants, right? So Starground, decoration, weed, and stuff. I guess I already put all these in here. Skull. Lumen Orchid. Moon Shrub, Moongrass, Crate, Plant 1, Plant 2, Pots. It would make sense to put pots on the other planet, I feel like, since it's so ceramic-y, right? So why not? And crates also, honestly, if we're being real. I think it would be fine. So let's do it. Anything that's kind of warm colored would probably be fine. Just not the plants and stuff, because that wouldn't make any sense. And I guess we could throw barrels in there too. Why not, right? Alright, let's check it out. So hopefully they will do the proper thing. What's that? Thing fell in my trash can. Alright. Let's check this out, guys. Hopefully it looks cool. Final test is for all the marbles. Nah, it's not the final test. It's probably like the first of 500. But let's see what happens. So far, so good. Looking like a normal dungeon to me. So let's go to zoom limit false, move speed 3, no clip true. I've exposed my fog secrets. It's okay. I do like the shader though. I think it does what I want. I had to change it a little bit. I finally did get it working. Instead of it just being on the screen, I made it so that it's kind of it just follows the player, but I still use the offset so it looks like it's actually physically infinite. But it's not. It's actually just following the player. Alright. So yeah, all the decorations in here look good. Let's kill the boss and go to the next level. Let's make sure that looks normal. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Yes, sir. We got the bushes, and they're dropping the right things, which is good. They're dropping the moonberries. So that's good. And we're probably never going to get the drop from the test tube. It's really rare, but eventually, maybe. Yeah, I mean, it feels like this is 1 in 5, I think, so I think we're good. Forgot that these guys spawn down here. Why can't you attack when the weapon looks like it's still on cooldown? So, the weapons in Starground, like, you can do, like, a combo. So, if you hold it down, you do, like, a triple swing, and then it does the full cooldown. But if you break out of that combo, like, if I stop right here, I can't do it until the cooldown is up. So, it's basically just, like, a reward for a player locking in. So, like, you know, if you're fighting a guy and you go full in and do the triple swing, you swing a little faster. But otherwise, if you need to, like, go back a bit or you're taking damage and you do one swing, now it's like a penalty. You gotta wait, you know? So it's just rewarding the risk of going for the full triple swing in a row. But yeah. Okay, well everything here is looking good, so let's go back to Tephra now and see what's going on. Hopefully it'll look normal. It's not happy. Object of nil. Choose weighted loot. I may have forgotten to put it in there or something. Loot decorations Tephra. Oh, why did I say Tephra 1? Whoopsies. My bad. Okay, let's try this again. I smell something yummy upstairs. It smells like pork. Oh yeah, we're having taco night, guys. Isn't that awesome? Taco, yeah. Okay. All right, let's check it out. Here we go. Whoa. Alright, so let's go to a normal zone, right? No clip true. Limit false. Move speed 3. Oh yeah, we gotta take the zip line. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. Not bad. The pots definitely make sense on this planet, I feel like. Because it's just a vibe. It's like a ceramic zone. So I think we maybe even do like bigger pots. Like it'd be cool if there's like a big one. But I think this looks okay. It's actually nice how these rooms are set up because the big ones won't overhang over top because we have this like border. So it should actually look pretty good. Yeah, I think it'll work. And these should all just drop the default drops right now, which is fine. Give me a name for your project. The one where you dig down. Going deeper. No, that's generic and stupid. Super Motherload is good. What's the objective of the game? Are you trying to get like ores? Oh yeah, going deep. Nah, that's okay. Okay, surviving. Are there like enemies down there and stuff? Is it like Spelunky? Okay. So it's all about going deep. Thesaurus. Going deep. Yeah, so it's like a survival game. Deep. Abysmal. That's kind of cool. Abyssal. Abyssal's a cool name, but I bet that's been used. Yeah, manage your colony. That's a sick game idea. You should definitely finish it. I would love to make a game like that. That's like the true thing that calls out to me. Is like survival colony management, you know, mining. I just want to make Minecraft. Maybe one day. I've already got another game lined up for the next Big Boy Games game, but you never know. Abysmal Tragedy? Maybe. The word root is a cool name, you know? Rooted. Grounded. Not grounded. Buried. Low. Underground. Grounder. So like you are a character, it's not like a third person, like you're a god, right? You're like a guy in the world. It would be cool if it was just like one, okay, yeah. No, as in you're not God, yeah. Oh, it is RimWorld-like, okay. Okay, interesting. So yeah, it's definitely more of a colony management then. Okay. It's almost like something like, yeah, like RimWorld or, since it's like a side perspective, why can oxygen not included? It would be cool if it was just like one word, you know, like below, beneath. Beneath is kind of a cool name. Those beneath. Yeah, you know, something. Hey, there's like monsters down there. Yeah, it'd be cool if the gameplay loop was like, you need to dig deeper in order for your people to survive, but it also opens up like dangers and enemies that come up to your surface and kill everybody. That's honestly how it is in a dwarf game. I can't. Dwarf Fortress, because it's like you dig down and then you open up a portal of hell and stuff, and it's like, yeah. I don't know. Beneath is kind of just a cool name. Beneath game. It's already a... well, it's kind of a thing. Who's it? Wired Productions? Too late. Yeah, what games did they make? Deliver Us the Moon? Arcade Paradise? Love the Forgotten Beast concept? Yeah. Yeah, I think the beast thing and like all the ancient, like ultra powerful, you know, creatures in Dwarf Fortress is kind of fun. Yeah, Beneath. Unfathomable. Sunk. Subterranean. That's kind of a cool name. Subterranean. Because it's like a word for like where you play in, or like the, you know, because you dig deeper, but it's also like it's kind of like a title for like a type of person. Like, I'm a subterranean, you know what I mean? Like a Terrarian. Or a Minecraftian. Or subterrestrial's cool too. That's kind of an awesome name. I like that kind of vibe. Subterrestrial, subterranean. Subterranean's kind of awesome. There's some ideas. Hope that helps. Wish I knew how to play. Yeah, I don't really know how to play very well either, honestly. I have the one on Steam, and it's kind of cool, but I'm just stupid. Like, I know I'm doing something wrong, because all my guys die. I think it's just because Dwarf Fortress is such a complicated game. Like, there's just so much going on, it's like... it's easy to mess up, I think. Project Subterranean is a go now. Let's go. Yeah, Subterranean is a cool name. Oh. Yeah. Me in the boss room. Okay. I need to make the boss door. I realize I haven't done that yet, so should probably do that. It's funny that Dreadcap still spawns here. It's just because he's using the same required room set as Enceladus, so... he is dead. You ever check that new skin? I did not. We can check it right now. I mean, I think it's okay if we show it on stream, right? So guys, we've got some news. We're gonna get branded skins in Starground. They're still free, but let's go check it out. Yeah, no, I think it's fine. It doesn't really matter. I mean, technically, if it's... I don't know, if we had to undo it or something, it's not that big of a deal. We just take it out of the game. Hopefully that doesn't happen, though. Okay, so let's go into sprites. Yeah, let's try it out. Oops. Yeah, let me just copy this. Okay. Let's try it out. Lefty like FNAF? No, it's our publisher, Graham. You'll see. Let's load it up. This is farm certain plant, only brew it because you get seeds back. Or isn't that's like how to play Dwarf Fortress? Or what do you mean? Love the lefty representation. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I need to like dive into it for real. I just need to like watch a video or something on it. I feel like it's that kind of game, you know? Uh-oh. What happened? It's there. Saying that's a null instance. I don't know why though. Ryan global skins table. That's kind of odd. Oh, you were watching one? Nice, yeah. Alright, let's try this again. I don't know what happened. Aquifers and stuff. Oh yeah, you have to like... Yeah, you gotta like get water and stuff in the aquifers. I know a lot of that stuff from RimWorld. RimWorld is kind of really similar to Dwarf Fortress in a lot of ways. But... Okay, here it is. This is what we got, Dylan. That looks pretty epic, not gonna lie. I still need to fix some of the UV stuff, like this is kind of an issue right now. So we're gonna fix that. I just need to make it so the legs don't like go up and overlap on the body. It's not a big deal. It's just my problem with the idle one, but all the other ones look fine. Like the walking is okay and the rolling and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of sick though. The body's messed up, yeah. Not so good. We can keep working on stuff. Yeah, it looks like there's yeah, this like belly button thing. I'm gonna fix that, so don't worry about that. Because I had the same issue with the ancient automaton. Like you can see it like it just was getting all messed up. So I'm gonna work on that. I just need to kind of redo the idle UV. It's just weird how the legs are and stuff with the body. So the name of the skin is Syl from the hit game. How do you pronounce it? It's like Pika, is it Pikayune? I don't know how to pronounce it. This game. This is the character. Pikayune? Okay. But yeah, we got permission from Graham. So it's official. But yeah, this game's pretty sick. It's like it's kind of like a bullet hell Vampire Survivors kind of game, but it's really interesting because it's like open world. I haven't played it, I was just watching Dylan play it, but it's really cool. Because you don't like... Because in like Vampire Survivors, you like click on levels and stuff. You know? And like you go to different regions, but this game's interesting because it's just like kind of you're just out in the world, in space, and you just go to different planets and stuff. It's kind of cool. But yeah, I need to grab this game. I still haven't actually played it. I know I'm a fake fan, guys, but it's okay. But yeah, this game's pretty cool. This is also published by our publisher, so that's why it was possible. And also, we are also allowed to add Dead Estate skins. So I don't know which characters we're gonna do for that yet, but well, I think we all know which one. But yeah, that's gonna be cool. So get 100% in like 3 days. Yeah, no, it looks really cool. I do want to get it. Yeah, the old guy. Good. I don't know. We'll have to decide. We still haven't really chosen. This is the lefty skin, by the way. This is the... I don't know if we're gonna call it lefty or not. I have to ask Graham, but is it Graham or Graham? I think it's Graham. But yeah, I need to fix the legs. My favorite character, yeah. Godot. Yeah, it's cool to be able to add skins in. Like, I think it's fun. Just no DLC garbage, you know. I don't want to have to make people pay for skins. I think it's fun just having it as a free thing that anybody can just, you know, use. And I'm also totally cool with some of these being unlocked through in-game actions too, right? Which I think is cool. Also, thank you, Dylan, for using the color palette. There's a couple of colors in here that are weird. Or I guess these ones are just like brown on the corners. It looks a little odd, but we can adjust. It's not a big deal. Did I get permission from Godot? No, I didn't. I did not. But it's okay because Godot is open source, so technically I can claim ownership over the mascot. So it's fine. I'm not claiming ownership. I think it's okay. I don't think it matters. Also, we got a reference from Dobbs. He's working on Paper Robot. A long time ago, I asked him if he wanted a skin in game. Yeah, I know I can't claim ownership, but I'm allowed to use it. I don't think there's any issue using the Godot branding. And it's just a little reference. It's not like I'm claiming Godot as my property or something. So it's probably okay. But I'll double check on that, just in case. Yeah, we got the Paper Robot skin, which is epic. It's fun. I think the skin thing is really cool. I want to add in like hats and stuff, right? So that I can add like little antennas to the Paper Robot guy. And it'd just be cool. Especially maybe for some Dead Estate characters who might need the ability to have hats. We'll see. But yeah, it's just cool. Narp doesn't have its eyes at the bottom. It does. They're not at the very bottom of the head, but they're shifted a pixel down from where they were. I'm pretty sure I updated the skin. Unless I didn't. I'm pretty sure this is the updated one. Yeah, it is. Okay. I really want to get Syl's ponytail. Yeah, right, because that's like one of the things I think would be really cool, is if we could get the ponytail and stuff back in. Can I move the eyes 1 pixel lower? Sure, I can, yeah. If you want me to. But yeah, like just some more like decorative skin stuff like that would be nice. Just add a little more flexibility. It'd be cool if we could integrate that into the UV system somehow. I don't know how we would do that. I guess technically it could be something with like that we add onto the skin. Like basically like the Minecraft hat layer, you know what I mean? Where it's like another layer that goes on top of the base layer. Maybe. But I don't know. It's going to be tricky to get that, again, working with the UV. We're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, worst case scenario, I think we just do just a image pasted on top, just with a hat or something, right? So we'll see. I don't know. Would be cool to have like a character creator where it like it lets you draw in here and like create a character. But that's a whole thing, kind of. Yeah, we can move the eyes down if you want, Oshik. I can open it up really quick and edit. I want to take a second pass the UV stuff now that I work with the skins more. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the UV stuff is looking pretty good. Also, now that you can, like, well, yeah, you should be able to test it pretty easy. Oh, frick. But now there's this nice little viewer in-game. So, if you want, you can, I think I gave you access to the repo. So, you can just download the update and, mess with stuff in here. So you can resave the UV and then open the project and then preview all the different animations here if you want. It'll just be easier for you probably, instead of having to go into that random node in the fish scene. So yeah. Yeah, by the way, for walking the other direction, do you have UVs for that or the characters get mirrored? Yeah, so right now characters do get mirrored. But since the UVs now, right, are exist, we could just make it so that characters have like 3-dimensional accuracy. So like if they walk to the other side, they won't just get flipped. They'll actually like show the other side of their body. So we can totally do that if you want. You know, it means that we're gonna have to draw a whole nother set of UVs for the flip side of the animation. So, you know, it's kind of annoying, but we can do it if you want. All right, so let's go edit your skin, Oshik. Skins. Where's the skin? Oh yeah, it's gonna be at the top. Skin narp. Hello. And let's move them down. Bop. So let's resave and see what it looks like in here. It's like he's looking down. Yeah, that's what I figured. Want to make sure I had the right idea. Yeah, I think it would be really cool. I mean, you know, the UVs suck and all, but you only have to do it once, so it's not too bad. I think it would be really awesome. Because especially for an asymmetrical character like this, right? It would make sense if it didn't just flip. But yeah, it's really easy for me to add that into the game. All I have to do is just swap the flipping code away and just say, oh, we'll just do the flip side of the animation. It's not a big deal. So yeah. Yeah, I can preview that. Yeah, I have noticed with the UVs, the mistakes that I've seen is with the death. Like the leg over here randomly kind of flips to the front. And then also the backpack is a little funky back here. So, you know, keep those things in mind. If you're planning on redoing them. It's kind of really highlighted with this skin. You can see like how like crazy it is up in here. I don't really know what's going on. So it would be cool if I added like a pause and next frame button here just to make the previewing a little easier. Maybe I will do that. So we got an ad starting soon. My apologies, gamers. Should we do that? Honestly, it's just have like a little pause and play button here so you can like go through the frames easier. Because it would help. And just for skin creators seeing like every single frame of it. Hey, what's up, Robbie? Welcome in. Yeah, I'd like that, yeah. I don't think it'd be too hard. I just have to add another row of buttons. Like play / pause. And then, it would be cool to, yeah, have like next frame and previous frame arrows. It would just be nice and convenient. Let's do it, honestly, because we're going to be doing a lot of skin stuff. I think it's worth it. Also, it's good to see that the scrolling is working. Not that it wouldn't, but, you know, you never know. All right, ads, everybody. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay. Let's do that really quick. I don't think it's going to be that hard. He's dead. So it's down here with the button. The button. Option button. We're just going to paste another one on here.
I'm running out of compliments.
Nah, it's all good, Robbie. Don't worry. Don't feel any obligation to have to compliment me. You're good. Don't worry. Okay, so this is gonna have a couple buttons in here. And then we're gonna need like an icon for next frame. So let's just draw it up. Yeah, I do appreciate that, Robbie. It's nice. Yeah, don't feel like you have to. Let's do that. I'm thinking like 2 arrows like that to like skip frame. Would probably make sense, but I don't know. What's the icon in Godot? Because that's a good question. If we go to sprite frames. Okay, so move, that's move frame, right? It doesn't really have one, so that's fine. And then let's do some... Actually, do we want anti-alias? No. Icon next frame. And then we're going to flip horizontal. Icon last frame. Okay. And then, we already have a play button icon, so the next one is just a stop icon, which is just gonna be, believe it or not, guys, a big frickin' square. And I might make this one just a little smaller so it's not, like, taking up too much space. Icon stop. I think I have a folder for all the icons now that I think about it. Don't I? God, there's so many import files. Icons, I do. Oh, but those are for effect icons. That's okay, we don't do that right now. Alright, so this is gonna align in the center. And let's just give all of these a specified height. I figured it wouldn't be as big as this one. Maybe we go 24. We'll see. Then get all the icons in here. Alright, so we have the play icon. And then last frame. Icon next frame. And then this one will swap between play and stop. Alright, cool. Ads are over, everybody. Sorry about that. Welcome back, Oshik. Do I play video games or just make them? No, I play a bunch. Recently I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. With my brother and stuff on a server. And that's been pretty fun. Yeah, I'll try and play games. I mean, a lot of the times I don't. I would like to play more, but it's just time consuming. So... Oh wait, this is the last frame. But yeah, and... something kind of changes when you develop games. If I'm being honest. Because... when you develop games and you play them, it's like... you just start to see a lot of the flaws or ways that you could do it better. And honestly, sometimes it kind of ruins the fun a little bit. I still do enjoy games, but I think the games that I enjoy most as time goes on are ones that, like, are very open-ended. I don't know. Stuff that feels more like a, I don't know, like a puzzle. Like, something like Factorio I still really enjoy. Because it kind of, I don't know. It ties into that part of me that enjoys programming. Playing Factorio is kind of like programming. Where you're having to, like, solve a problem. It's like, okay, I've got to do this. And how do I do it? And then you break it up into other smaller parts. And it's like, okay, I got to make a motor. Well, for a motor, I need lubricant. Or whatever, for an electric motor. And so it's like, okay, how do I make lubricant? And then, you know, it's basically just how it is with programming. It's like, okay, I want to add a player. Well, how do I, okay, I have to animate the player and I have to do the movement. How do I do the movement? Okay, I have to check for a key input. How do I check for a key input? You get the idea. It's that concept of, like, breaking things up into little problems. Gotta play some games, man. No, I mean, yeah, it's definitely important to play games, right? I definitely do play games. Like, it's not like I don't play games at all. I wish I had more time to, you know? I'm always trying to squeeze gaming time in, but sometimes it's hard. But yeah, it's really important. And also, I've played so many games that, like, I already have a really solid grasp on a lot of gaming concepts, but it's always good too. Part of me also doesn't really want to play games that are too similar to Starground, because when I do that, I kind of, like, accidentally steal things and stuff because it's just in my head. It's not that I'm trying to steal concepts and ideas, but I just end up doing it because I, like, randomly remember it or something and I don't remember where, like, I remember it from, but I just do. So that's another thing. But honestly, I think that's kind of a good thing to not play the same game. Like, I think what's important with like playing other games, if you're doing it for like research purposes, is play the ones that you haven't played before and play the weird new ones, like weird different genres that you're not used to. Because a lot of the times it's interesting, there's like things from other genres and stuff that you find and you can implement into your own game instead of just playing the same game. Like, if all I played for Starground was automation games, I think it would be very boring and generic, right? Because obviously there's some things that are pretty standard with automation, like conveyor belts and stuff, and if you don't do that, it's going to be weird. But a lot of the times you kind of just want to do something completely different. I think it's a good way to do it. I don't have a reference to this sprite. I think I'm going to, though. I'm going to say add export var player animation. It's a animated sprite 2D. Bop, drag it in there. Come on, let me go in. Bop, bing. Oh yeah. Now here I can just say, right. Oopsies. Player animation. Dot frame plus equals 1. Or minus equals 1. This is for the last frame. And then now on play and pause, I'm just gonna say, right, player animation dot stop. Or dot pause, I think I can say. Yeah, dot pause. So now I'm gonna say if player animation dot... I don't know how to check if it's paused. I mean, what does pause do? Because I need to know if it's paused. Because it doesn't have like a variable. Okay. I guess is playing. We can check that. So if it's playing, then we pause it. Otherwise, how do we resume it? Do we just run pause again? Or we just run play again? Yeah. Hopefully that'll work. And the next frame, this one's just gonna plus 1 frame. Now, with plussing frames and stuff, I don't know if it's gonna cycle back to the last frame. I don't know. We're gonna see on that. But let's see. Come on. Come on, game. Godot, don't do this to me. Let's add this to the change list. Added buttons to the customization menu to pause, play, and skip frames. Okay, let's see. So if I pause it, and I skip frames, yep, that works pretty well. So yeah, if we hit a negative frame or whatever, it just doesn't do anything. So honestly, that's probably fine. And then if we hit play again, cool, that works pretty well. Yeah, it's basically just an animation previewer. But this is nice, because if you like see something weird with your skin or something, you can just go through the frames and like with the dying animation, it's like, okay, let's go around on this and make sure we're good, right? So it's like, here's this one, and we can see like in here, like, okay, what's the backpack's a little funny back there on that frame, right? So it's just a good way to do it. I would like a number or something on this somewhere in here for when it's paused, so we know what frame it's on or whatever. But yeah. So Chic. A little off topic, but in the Discord server, put the Starground category above the category with general chat, so newcomers see Starground general first, then general. We can. If we think it's a good idea. The only thing is like, okay, well I guess general chats. I mean, the first thing ideally that they would do. Oh, I'm spoiling. Hold on. Sorry, I forgot I'm in the wrong chat. It's okay. Anyways, I think it's okay. I mean, what did I spoil? Let me see. I mean, I didn't really spoil a lot. An image of SpongeBob. And the two gamers, but they already saw those people before. It's okay. Yeah, there's nothing. All right, anyways. But yeah, I mean, we can. So you're saying, because I did separate it up into Starground Community and Starground Info. Because I think you said that one time. I could put those up, but I don't know. I figured it's probably fine how it is. I mean, eventually we're gonna have more games in here and stuff, and I don't want one to be like the default. So that'll be fine. All right. So yeah, let's put a little label in here for what current frame is active. And we could maybe even just put it down here or something. So you can put Starground Community above Starground Info. Because I figured this would make more sense being here. Or do you want Starground Info up near announcements? So you're saying something like this, where we have Starground Info there, and then Starground Community there. Which I mean is fine, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Most people are probably accessing Starground anyways, I guess. Yeah, that is true. Well, yeah, that's fine. We can move that stuff up. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of old channels in here and stuff I probably need to clear out. Like, suggestion discussion really shouldn't be in here. I might make this one like invisible or something. And I'll still have it here for reference, right? Because I think I'd rather have people submit a suggestion forum thing in here, right? So yeah. Also, I want to add another back in here. Or can I report a bug or leave feedback? You can do both in the suggestions and issues forum. There we go. Have I played Blueprints? I have not. Blueprints game. This looks interesting. Okay, this is like a brand new game, yeah. April 10th. So what is this game? Select a room to draft. I like the art style. It's kind of like cel shaded, like scratchy pencil kind of style. So what is the game about? So you navigate. But yeah, this seems cool. I might It's a puzzle game? Yeah. Interesting. So I'll check it out. I'll keep it open on the side. Okay, so I think we're pretty much good here. Yeah, the only thing that would be nice, I think, on this is just knowing the frame number, just so that when you skip past the frames, it feels like something's happening. Because right now, as it is, it's like, did the frame actually change, or is, you know? Let's do center. Let's actually do bottom on that. Then I'm just gonna say, how come sometimes this happens? Layout mode. Just do anchors. We're gonna do top center. Right there. It's doing... Thought it should be on the bottom. Oh, well, we can just do a control node and then put the label as a child of that, and then set the control node size to 0. And then set it to an anchor, and then set it to center top, and then we set the label to be on bottom. Yeah. I've been getting better at control nodes, guys. Okay, now we can put the frame number in. I just want to say, you know, frame 0 or whatever, just so we know what frame it's on when the animation is paused. Okay. So, really just right in here then, if we pause it, then we say that dot visible is true. Otherwise that dot visible is false. And there's no process event, is there? No. We do need one, I think. And I'm just gonna set that to be equal to text string player animation dot frame, and really it's gonna say this. Okay, let's try it out. And maybe I'll also make the buttons disable if we're at the first frame or whatever, so you can't go back any further. But I don't know, we'll see on that one. All right, let's see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. No. Oh, I was getting the control. Duh. Label. All right. Let's try it out. Yeah, I wanted to kind of do this for a while, honestly, because I've noticed sometimes it's just annoying to have to preview these animations and like kind of guess where the issue is. So having this, the ability to go frame by frame is kind of nice. Load, god dang it, okay. Oh, it's also showing the frame there, which is fine. Oh, this is because it's only when, yeah. I don't think it makes sense to have this visible when the animation's playing, because it's just gonna be annoying, I think. Yeah. But I think that's good. And then, yeah, I'm probably gonna make these buttons disable when you can't go any further, because I think it's just a nice little bit of feedback, you know, of like, hey, can't do that. And also, I kind of want this control node to be just a little bit higher. Like right there. -5. Okay, let's go in here. So next frame and all this business, last frame. I guess we only really need to check that stuff when we press it. But honestly, let's just do it in the process event. I don't care. So last frame dot disabled will be equal to right, player animation dot frame is equal to 0. So if it's not equal to 0, then you can always hit last frame. Now next frame is equal to player animation dot frame. How do I check how many frames this has? I don't know. There must be a way. Sprite frames. I think this has what we need to know. And then I think we can say get frame count on the animation. Yeah. So we have to say sprite frames. So player animation dot sprite frames dot get frame count for our current animation, which is our player animation dot animation. So if our current frame is greater than or equal to that frame count. So hopefully that'll work. And I'll also just throw in here or, right, is playing, so that they're disabled when the animation is playing. And you know what, in here, I'm just going to say that visibility is linked to whether it's playing or not. All right. So we should be good to go now. I don't really worry about process event stuff like this with these nodes because it's 3 frickin' nodes. It's not a big deal. Hey, Bullion, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. What's going on? How's it going? We're currently working on some animation stuff. We've got skins in Starground, so I'm getting it set up so you can pause the animation and like go through the different frames and stuff. But yeah, what were you up to today on your stream? How's it going? All right, let's check this out. Going well, thank you. Yeah, no problem at all. All right, so we pause. Yep, we can go through the frames, and then once we hit the last frame, that's not working, so we have to fix that. But once we hit frame 0, it stops us, so that works. So I wonder why that one's not working. It's probably just the way I did the framing stuff. So disabled will be frame is greater than or equal to that minus 1, and that's why it's not working. Yeah. There we go. Cool. And then if we're on the walking animation and we pause, epic. Yeah, I just like the ability to preview each frame because you can like look for weird little issues you might not have realized, you know? Like with a rolling or something, it's like, it's just easier to go through here. So yeah, that's cool. Same with dying. So I will push this change for you, Dylan, so that it's easy for you to preview the UVs. Because it is pretty nice. Working on my incremental space shooter, nice. Been out of town a lot recently, so just trying to get back in the swing of things, yeah. I totally feel that. Yeah, whenever I take a break for any kind of extended time, sometimes it takes a minute. Kind of remember what you were doing and stuff. I definitely felt that like on the April trip when we went to go see the solar eclipse. Last time I watched you were working on the 3D train thing. Yeah, the train thing was a game jam, so that's just a quick little thing. But yeah, this is my game Starground. I've been working on this since about December of 2023. Yeah, but I can show you what we got going on here. I'm just getting this fully set up here, and then we should be good to go. So let's see here. Give me just 1 second here. I need to set the texture of this accordingly, right? So I'm just gonna do this. If it's playing, I'm gonna generate 2 textures here. So our play texture, oops, our pause texture is equal to load sprites, oops, icon play and load, oops, icon pause. I thought I had that. Icon stop, I think is what it was. Yeah. And then now I'm just gonna say, if it's playing, if the animation dot texture or dot icon is not equal to this should be stop texture, then set it to stop texture. Then likewise, if we're not playing, if this animation is not equal to play texture, then we set it to play texture. All right. So that'll just make sure the icon is set properly. Get rid of that thing. Okay, this should work now. So I think it makes sense to have the button visible of what it's going to do when you click it. Right, so if you're playing the animation, it should show the stop button, because when you click the button, it's going to stop the animation, I think. All right, let's just test this out really quick. Then I'll show off the game for just a minute. Unfortunately, I do have to end stream early because we started so late, but... Go, let's hurry. So it's going to be a play button. So it's inverse for some reason. Let's fix that. So if it's playing, then it should be a stop texture. I don't know why it's backwards. Unless I just did these ones as the wrong one. Oh yeah, I'm stupid. Duh. All right, now we should be good to go. And then if we stop it, we can go through the frames and stuff, right? Yeah. Keep stopping on the last frame. Cool. Well, that'll help. Anyways, I can show off the game here really quick. Hey, Zentist, what's up? Welcome in. So yeah, this is my main game I've been working on. This is Starground. It's sort of a combo of automation and dungeoning. So you can build a factory and stuff, kind of think like Factorio or something like that. You've got your furnaces, you can throw different resources in here. I can't smell uranium, but you get the idea. There's a better seed to display this stuff. Let's go to, or not a seed, a save. This one actually has a factory set up. But yeah, this is sort of like more of a later game setup. You know, you have these collectors, they collect resources around and harvest those and put them into conveyors. Movers essentially just move things around. So if you put a mover in between a collector and a conveyor, it'll move the items out onto the conveyor, stuff like that. Yeah, route items around, craft them into things and research things too. This is all the research. Terrain manipulation, power distribution, interplanetary logistics. That's the space elevator. Squeaky duck. And yeah, there's farming. There's also animals. I don't really have any setup on this save, but if I give myself a macro bear egg, right, I can use this egg to hatch a baby macro bear. So here he is. And with the animals, you have to make sure they stay fed, so with the trough and stuff. Also, I think I broke the ambience noise on these guys, so I'm going to write that down. Because I know that I moved the ambience over to be for all the entities. So I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, it's coming along. The game's up in early access right now, so it's playable. And probably sometime near the end of the year or something, it'll be out in full release. So we'll see. I captured him. He is captured. But yeah, the animal stuff is kind of fun. I do want to like work on that kind of side of the game more, you know. But yeah, it's fun. And then the whole other part is the dungeon.
Starground 1 million in sales the first week.
It's too late. It has not made 1 million sales. Well, I guess for release, no, it's not gonna happen. But man can dream. This looks awesome. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, and then this is the dungeon. You fight guys in here. This is what we've been working on mostly. Yeah, this has been going good. I've been doing a lot of shader stuff, so you can see the shader on the floor, and then also this fog overlay. Yeah, it is online, online co-op. So you can... It's all set up through Steam, so all you have to do to play with other people is just go to multiplayer and then Steam and host your game. So I'm just gonna host this one or whatever. And then people can join. They should be able to just join you directly, but you can also, you know, shift tab and open up the overlay and invite them to your world, so. But yeah, multiplayer has been one of the big challenges of this game, just because trying to get this working with multiplayer is a nightmare, because there's so many different parts. It's like, okay, you gotta sync all of the data of all the conveyors and positions of enemies, and also there's editable terrain, right? If I pull out my shovel, I don't have it on this save. But you can like place down tiles and change the terrain, so syncing all that stuff is just a nightmare, right? But it's cool, multiplayer is cool, so, you know. I just went back to Viridian, I'm stupid. Yeah, it's definitely complicated, but it's cool. I'm glad that I did it. It's also just a lot of good experience, like learning how to do multiplayer for other games. So yeah, it's good. As hard as it is, I know that it is useful. Yeah, I have 3 kids and we're always looking for good co-op games to play together. Yeah, it's super cool being able to make your own. Because like I've thought about making just a game for me and my family to play, right? Because I can do that now, so. Yeah. It's been good though. I've enjoyed working on it. Yeah, unfortunately we do have to head out. I've been going for too long. But let's go raid somebody here. Well, it's not that I've been going for too long, it's that I got up too late. But yeah. It's crazy to get lots of respect. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, yeah. But yeah, just gotta keep grinding out stuff. I know we didn't get to the puzzle room today, but, you know, to be honest, I'm not surprised. It was a shorter stream anyway, so. For showing me the game. Best of luck. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I appreciate the raid. Thank you. But yeah, let's raid Hypnotic. He's working on a bunch of stuff. Side project today. He's looking at Unity stuff right now. We'll see what's going on over there. So yeah, let's go raid out. Thank you, gamers. I appreciate it. This update will be out on May 16th. It's gonna have the new dungeon and all the new stuff. So be on the lookout for that. And hopefully I can get around to adding hats and just a couple of little miscellaneous things. I've also been thinking about adding in an overflow splitter. So we have the regular splitter in the game, but it'd be cool if there was one that would only work if the items are backed up. It would help a lot with like the reactor and stuff. So I'm thinking about that. Yeah, thank you, gamers. Feel free to join the Discord, buy the game in early access if you want. And yeah, we'll be live on Friday. Be on the lookout. Add Redstone, I want to. It's just, it's daunting, especially with multiplayer. But we'll see. Hopefully one day. All right. Bye, gamers. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye. And raid message is Big Boy Raid. Redstone torch, the important thing? Yeah. I will maybe take a look at that. We'll see. Bye, gamers.